you're working online like us here at Journalism.co.uk, you may want to create a collage of 2, 3, 4 or more images to attach to a post in some way, and it's fairly simple to do this in Photoshop. Certainly on Journalism.co.uk it's something we do fairly regularly, such as to show different screens of an app, or perhaps to create a collage of individuals involved in a digital project, as we did in this example, which was made interactive using ThingLink, which we'll cover next week. But whatever the subject, here's how you can do it using Photoshop. Start by opening a blank file. The next question is the size of your final image. For this example, I'm going to use a width of 460 pixels and height of 280 pixels, which is the size we need on journalism.co.uk for a headline image. But if this were going in the body of an article, we could obviously increase this height. Once you've done that, you'll need all the images you wish to include in the montage. And next comes the maths. Working with the size of the final image, you need to calculate the width and height of each of your other images, bearing in mind whether you want to leave any white space around them. In this case, I want to create an image featuring 2 screens of our mobile app with that white space. Therefore, I'm going to start by applying a crop to each of them with a width of 220 pixels, just under half of the total width of the final image, and a height of 260, just shy of the final height image. As you can see, if I was to apply this crop, then I would lose a fair amount of the app screenshot. So I need to make the crop narrower. The necessary changes will of course depend on the size and shape of the images you're using and how much leeway you have in the size of the end image. Generally speaking, it's usually a case of a bit of trial and error until you reach the best ratio for the size you have to work with. Having done that, I also want to apply a black border to the image so they're clearly defined in the final picture. This is achieved by selecting Select All and then Select Modify Border, choosing a width of 1 pixels and then applying this by going to Edit and Fill Selection. Choose your colour and opacity settings and then hit OK. Right click and deselect to see the border now applied. You now need to do all the above for the other images you want to include in your montage. So again, that's a case of cropping the image, select all, select modify border, and then edit, fill selection to apply. All that remains now is to bring them together in your final image. So choose your select tool, drag and drop each image into the blank canvas. Once you like the look of it, all that's left to do is save the final image. Again, you could apply a black border to the final image as a whole, but that's not something I want to do in this case. So my image is now ready to save and then publish within our article. And that's how you can create montages on Photoshop. Thanks for watching this screencast. I hope it was helpful.